All right. Okay, here we are, week 3. Going into week 4. Sorry we were doing a little bit of chatting before we got the video going, but it's all been good. So today, I kind of want to see how y'all are doing, how you're feeling, how your week has gone, and then we can chat a little bit about the video because there were some good points on there. All right, who wants to start?
It's been going well, I think. I think I found that I eat similar things every day, so prepping and being able to get within the points and stuff it's much easier. It's almost automatic now. I rarely have to use measuring cups and stuff now, so that's been good.
Are you a creature of habit?
Yes.
So like once you create a routine, then it's easy to stick to that.
Yeah.
Me
So
too.
breakfast is pretty much the same every single day, and then I've been experimenting with roasting different vegetables. So the first week was sweet potato, the second week was cauliflower, but I didn't see it on the list, so I'm assuming things that aren't listed on the list, maybe their nutrient value is not
Cauliflower
as
is good. So
I think
So broccoli.
it's there somewhere, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's not where you think it would be. Like I feel like it might be under starchy carbs. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Oh,
I'll have to double
maybe
check.
okay.
But
So I did that, and then this week was broccoli. So and then I changed up my protein every week. So I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get bored of this pretty quick. But it actually is. The diet's really easy to follow. So
Yeah. You said you were grilling them?
just roasting them.
Roasting them.
I'll say, like, when I did this the first time, that was my approach in terms of like, you keep kind of the same strategy as like, I'm always gonna have a protein, I'm always gonna have a vegetable, and like, I love roasting them as well, and so I did the same thing, and it made it really easy to stick with it long term afterwards, because it's like, you have to measure, you know exactly how much of the meat you should be eating, or how much of your veggie, or how much of whatever.
And you know how much to buy too, because that was a big thing at the very beginning for me. Was like, oh my gosh, I need a whole head of lettuce for one meal.
Yeah.
You know, or like, how much broccoli do I need? Like, and so when I roast it, okay, if I do a full tray, then I know that's gonna last this many meals.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing.
Right,
So,
right.
yeah.
And then I had mentioned to Leia, I was like, it's surprisingly quick to meal prep. Like I was able to wash, cook, and clean everything in an hour. I was
That's
like,
great.
I was like, when Mike said that, I was like, come on. And I was totally Leia. I was like, oh man, that's like much faster than one meal for my family. Or
Yep.
dinner for my family. So that makes it really easy too.
My turn?
Yes.
Right, for me, this week was harder than the previous one, only because I started the week traveling. So
Oh, that's right.
travel
Yeah, I
for
saw
work.
that on the page. Yeah.
And it just demonstrated how important it is to prep in the weekend, because I was gone Monday, Tuesday, and then the rest of the week was just improvising.
Yep.
Like there was Friday, I didn't have any protein ready, and I just had to eat a sandwich with ham.
Yeah.
And I know that wasn't the best, but I was hungry and I had to get done. I needed to get work done. So definitely, my challenge is still prepping for the week
Okay.
and being ready for the week and not improvising. So that's
Keep going.
well, that's it. That's for me. But in terms of energy, I feel great. I feel like I'm in a better mood.
Okay.
I'm feeling good about what I'm eating and like being mindful and that I'm caring, and I'm not struggling as much with hunger. So I think that's a good sign.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I still feel like I didn't make the best choices for each of my meals, but I did my best.
Well, you know, and when you're traveling, you could have easily gone to fast food or something like that.
so
You know,
I
so
didn't drink
you
alcohol.
at least avoided
I
that.
did that. Like
Yeah.
I said no to alcohol, but dessert I tried one. I remember Mike said just try one spoon of the dessert and that's it. That's the only you enjoy the first one, and that's what I did. So I felt good about my choices.
Yeah.
But I still feel that I did better the week before when I was at home and I planned the weekend ahead. So I need to.
That is
plan
always
better. I
easier,
need to
yeah.
definitely plan better on Sunday for my week.
Okay.
But I feel good. I feel great, and yes, I think I'm moving forward.
a couple of challenges I've noticed for myself is the habit of always like finishing my kids' food when they're this, because there's always so
Yes.
much and I feel bad wasting it. So
Or trying their snack when you're packing for lunch.
yeah. So, because I've already had my points, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, there's just a little bit more. I don't want to throw it away. Yeah. So that, and then like yesterday, we were invited to a little get together, and somebody provided food, and it was all the wrong foods, but I didn't want to be rude
Yeah.
and not have some, but it was good. I had like one slice of pizza, which is the first time I had bad food in this whole time, and I physically felt bad. I had a horrible reflux after, and it was one slice. So I think my body is adjusting to this
Yep.
healthy diet.
Yep. Yeah. And then you remember why you're doing it. You're like, oh, that was my body did not like that. Yeah. So the video. Did y'all watch the video?
Yes. I actually watched it again this morning. So I
Okay.
watched half of it during my trip, and then I remember about it, and I was like, okay, I need to finish it. So it's good. I mean, some of it it's stuff I already knew,
Yeah.
but it's nice to hear it again. It's nice to hear the testimonials from other patients. It was nice. It was good.
What kind of one of my favorite things that I heard about it was just talking about the sleep, right? If you get consistently like just 3 to 4 hours of sleep, that it can increase your blood glucose issues by like 40%.
Yes.
Which I struggle with in my family. My mom has high blood sugar. My sister has high blood sugar. I have high blood sugar. I've had high blood sugar since I've been getting my blood tested. Now I keep it in check with diet and exercise kind of thing. We just maybe have a higher threshold. But it's a huge risk for diabetes. And so getting these things in check, but with starting my new job that I was telling you about, I'm getting 5 hours of sleep, when I was
Not
used to
enough.
getting, 7, 8.
Right.
And so that is increasing my stress. It's increasing issues in my body and stuff too. So
Yeah. So lack of sleep.
bad, really bad angle, Mike. Whoa.
I think it looks good, but so what are you going to do about it?
Well, I don't know, because honestly, I feel like I'm trying to get in bed by 9 and like relaxing and asleep by 10. But that still only gives me till 5,
Pretend like I'm down here, not up there.
So I'm trying to make some changes with my sleep schedule, but it is really difficult to get in that habit of the earlier time frame, especially when you have everything else going on, or when you coach at 6:30 p.m. for a class
Do you
and
drink
close up.
coffee?
I do. I drink a lot of coffee.
Maybe for me, what helped is that I stop coffee by noon,
Okay.
and if I drink coffee at 2 p.m.,
Yeah.
I cannot sleep as early as I can.
Well, see, and that's another thing is working out in the evenings. So you've got pre-workout and stuff like that. If I take that at 6 p.m., that's going to keep me up a little later too.
And also, I take magnesium
Yeah.
to sleep.
Yep. That's
It helps
good.
it-
Yeah.
And it helps me tremendously to have good quality sleep. So, I'm not a doctor. She's a doctor.
I was gonna say, so like, if you don't get enough sleep, then your body responds by upping the cortisol, and this all
Right.
ties in with the document that Mike sent. Mike sent as well. So lack of sleep,
Yes.
high cortisol will up your. It's like the stress hormone. It's
Right.
the bad one. So inflammation, salt retention, high sugars, and so sleep is very important
It is.
for all of that.
It is.
And if you have a strong family history, and if your sugars run high and you're pre-diabetic, if you lose 5 to 7% of your body weight, you decrease your chance of getting full-blown diabetes by over 50%. So we used to tell people, like, lose 40 pounds or whatever, but that's like almost unattainable for a lot of people. So we say 5 to 7% makes a huge difference. But sleep is very important, going back to that.
Right.
Do you screen time? I know he talked about that in the video.
Not
beforehand.
usually at night. I mean, I'll watch a show, at night with my husband. That's about the only time we get to spend together these days. And then, I'm in bed and I have hard copy books that, hardback books. That's what I do that before I go to bed. It's usually not that I'm not sleepy though. Also, I'm at that time I am like exhausted. I'm ready to sleep, but I got to turn my brain off.
Try the magnesium.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
my
my
magic. Yeah. I swear, like when I forget it, I wake up and I don't feel the same, and it's harder to fall asleep. Like my brain doesn't stop.
Yeah.
When I'm in bed. So
Okay.
You take pills, powder, what?
Capsules.
Capsules?
Yes, they're all sorts of.
I do have some powder.
I have a
magnesium
mix
could
that has
mix.
magnesium, but also like L-theanine and other relaxing supplements, and that one works great for me. Yes.
I take magnesium as well. Not every night, but I'll notice a difference on the nights that I take it versus the nights that I don't. But I have it as a powder, so it's like I'd have to remember to make the drink as opposed to.
Now we're talking about supplements. Can I ask about apple cider vinegar? And because I got this capsules, and they're supposed to help with insulin spikes, and I've been taking them in the morning, and I feel that I have less that feeling of cravings, and so any thoughts about that?
You're not the first person who's told me that. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know the mechanism behind how that
I don't know
works.
the mechanism, but I've heard people
Swear by it.
speak wonders, and I cannot drink the actual vinegar.
Yeah.
But I found the capsules. They're like the powder, like the vinegar. It's, somehow they make them in powder, and I take them, and it helps.
My husband drinks like a morning drink that has apple cider vinegar, water, lemon, and he puts a little. It's awful. But and then
Put some lettuce in it, might be fine.
What about spinach?
Tomato juice. Ugh.
Yeah. But and then a little like drip of honey. And he just stirs it all up in water, and then he drinks. And he doesn't just like chug it. Like if it were me, I'd be like, "What?" And
Right.
try to get it done right away.
Right,
but
right.
he'll sip on it for like 30 minutes. I'm like,
So tell us about pickle juice. I mean, what's the deal with pickle juice? Is there anything interesting about that?
It has a
Your
lot,
stomach here, pickle juice.
Huh?
is that for
Drinking
cramping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard
has
about.
a lot of sodium in it, maybe.
So I don't know. Yeah, people are into that. I'm wondering if
Like
it's
pickle
kind of the
shots.
same thing because they're both acidic.
Yes.
I don't know.
I assumed
Like
it
when
was
they're
the
working out, you
salt
mean?
and the electrolytes.
Yeah, well, it's like big runners and stuff.
Yeah, I think probably the salt in it. I would
Okay.
think.
So it's not
High sodium.
it's not the
But
the
it's
acid.
also all vinegar in it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I can ask my husband why he thinks that.
Do you don't know where you got that from?
No, and then My Fit Foods back in the day when they did, they would have meal plans and stuff before they went through their turmoil and then came back. They had this morning drink, and you would mix apple cider vinegar, cranberry juice, lemon, and water, and drink that. And it was supposed to like hype up your metabolism for the day, so you drink that first thing in the morning. But
Okay.
again, I don't know the real effects or
I can
real
do some
reasons.
research. That's my specialty. I can find some
There you go.
some
That's your
papers about this.
Okay, excellent.
All right, what was your favorite part of the video?
Ooh. I think I took more out of it. I think I touched on it with Mike a little bit because I'm a physician and I specialize in the kidneys. And so I got it more out. The most I got out of it was as like a profession as a whole, how like when I see patients, I feel like there's not much of a change that I can make because a lot of it is end stage. And so I've been thinking a lot about, what else could we do to prevent people from progressing to that end stage, and thinking about the 4 pillars and how important it is, and, what I could do in my work to incorporate all of that. So I think because a lot of that I've already like Leia said, it's not anything I didn't know kind of individually, but putting it all together in that perspective was kind of eye-opening, I think, on that side of it.
Okay.
So what are you going to do?
I don't know yet. I'm thinking though. I'm thinking about that.
And you
Keep you posted.
You said, I think had that conversation yesterday. You talked about how hard it is to do anything because of the time constraints.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
She's seeing patients one after another. And
Right.
Yeah.
And you could educate people, right? But you don't have that follow-up and being
Yeah.
able to go baby steps and checking up and doing a deep dive into their history and how they live.
Or like,
So
what's
there's a
really
lot
going
of
to get them on the hook to start making changes? Well, if it's not, too far along, but what can you say or do that would get them moving towards making it an actual change when you only have 20 minutes with them?
And one of the reasons why I think this program is so effective is we have this community and we show up, every day and you're surrounded by it all the time. So we have these constant reminders to stay on track. Whereas I think in my line of work, you can talk to your patient and they go home and nobody else knows what they're talking about and they're a novice as well and it's hard and a lot of them don't prepare their own meals or things like that. So I think that's difficult.
Yeah.
Is anybody having struggles with their families in the program, staying on track, and
Well,
are they supportive?
I am separating my meal from the family meal.
Mm.
And that's definitely a challenge that I have to think for myself and cook for myself and then for the rest. Because my kids wouldn't eat broccoli or for dinner. There are only a few vegetables they would eat. And yeah.
Which ones do they like?
So they like edamame. They love edamame. They could live on that.
They love salt, is what they love.
Yes. Avocado. It's another one they like. They love fruit. But veggies right now, yeah.
Have you tried roasting anything? Broccoli, cauliflower?
For them,
Yeah. Because if you
No.
roast it, you salt it,
It's like little crispy chips.
little crispy, you can make
Yeah.
them into little crispy things that are salty.
yes.
Or the air fryer is
I
good
should
for
try
that
that.
too.
Yes, I should try that. Yes.
Very good.
Like even for protein, like I need to sneak it. Like I make pancakes, but it's like oat and eggs, and they don't know they're eating eggs. So everything I'm hiding it. Like yes, but yeah. So for me, that's a challenge too. That they would eat the same as I would eat. Yeah.
Yeah, our kids never ate what we ate. It was always 2 pots.
Yeah.
If there was anything green in there,
Right.
it was a no-go.
Yes.
DOA.
My kids will eat like salmon
Mm.
and miso soup and California roll and things like that are not usual. But yes,
Well,
I'm not gonna cook. I'm tired of cooking salmon. So, yeah.
I am never tired of Tracy cooking salmon.
Really?
Yeah,
No, I
but
am.
you said Tracy cooking.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but what do? You throw it in there and you cook it. It's
I
not-
mean, yeah. But you don't have to worry about a whole house smelling like salmon then too.
but she doesn't like that fish smell, and she's
Yeah.
she's okay.
I don't
with
like
I
it
don't either.
either.
That's why I don't cook
Yeah.
fish at home.
And my
either.
husband's like, we don't have enough fish. We never eat enough fish. And I'm like, I know.
Salmon
I
and-
dread it.
Steelhead trout, it's like salmon. It's
Uh-huh.
a little less, just a hair less fishy. It's really,
Okay.
really delicious. You try that.
Well, I had, my husband doesn't always eat the same thing I do, so I don't have kids. But like in terms of thinking about the challenges and making your own thing, I found a way to do it to where it's like the protein's the same, and he needs more starch than I do, obviously, or he thinks he needs that, whatever. So like I'll make rice or I'll make potatoes or I'll make sweet potatoes and then I'll make veggies, and I just have like a much smaller portion of like potatoes or rice, and then I eat the veggies, but we have the same protein. So it's just like
I've done that some
Yeah.
nights, but it doesn't always work.
Yeah.
It doesn't always work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
And
you're thinking about a lot more people than I am too. So.
Yeah, but I do need to, as I said in the beginning, like I need to plan better. Like I need to use Sunday for planning for the week and know exactly what dinner is going to be each day and be ready for it because, yeah, I find myself, like this week, I found myself improvising every day. Like, okay, what can I do? What can I make? What can I make? And I ended up eating the same. Same, like eggs for breakfast, like boiled eggs for breakfast, boiled egg for dinner. And the avocado and the fruit, like the same thing because I just didn't want to
Deal with
think
it.
about anything else. Like I just need to eat something and be done with it.
Yeah.
Starting this challenge, I was really concerned because I only cook Vietnamese food at home for my family. And I was like, how am I going to make this work with all the points? But I just portion it better. Because we always have some type of veggie. And the only thing I think I do different from my family is instead of like a starchy carb, I've used like chickpeas or some type of bean to supplement. So they'll eat rice or noodles, and I'll, like if it's a rice dish, instead of white rice, I'll do chickpeas or black beans to substitute, just to make it healthier. But it's actually been an easy transition for me, which was surprising because I thought it was going to be really hard.
I did something similar. Like one night we were having meat sauce and spaghetti for them. So I didn't eat the spaghetti. I just had a bed of lettuce, put the meat sauce on top, and olives, and that was it. So my carbs, my protein, my fat, and I did that 2 nights. Those 2 days. So.
And you can also try spaghetti squash.
Oh, I did that too. I loved it. That was the week before.
noodles, yeah.
Yes, I did that too, and that worked. That worked for me.
The only thing I don't like about spaghetti squash is cutting the stupid squash. I'm always afraid I'm gonna slice off my finger or
No
something.
joke. Yeah. That's hard.
So another thing I make my husband do. You gotta cut that.
Really?
Oh yeah.
You're about as strong as he is.
I know, but I'm more freaked out and paranoid than he is about
Okay.
Okay.
hurting myself.
yeah,
I guess.
that's something I did too.
They
Some-
have those gloves you can buy. I'll send it to you. They're not bulky,
Oh,
but
yeah,
they're
the
kitchen
little-
gloves that help
yeah,
prevent
so
you
that
from
if
getting
you
cut. Yeah.
You get yourself. Yeah. I should get that.
Sometimes at the midway point, which is where we are at now, we talk about looking at the list of all this stuff and grabbing something that you've never even heard of before or that you've never bought before and going for it, just giving it a try. So that's another thing you can do to kind of open up the floodgates a bit. Because you don't want to have broccoli every night of your life. That's just not living.
I really like broccoli.
We do too. We have it. We have it every third night for sure. But yeah, if you want diversity, it's all there. You just have to be a little bit adventurous.
How do you cook your broccoli?
We always toss it in olive oil, salt and pepper, a little bit of garlic, and shallots or maybe cauliflower mixed in there, and roast it in the oven. But the air fryer, we don't have an air fryer, but I'm sure it's the same.
Well,
kind.
because I'm usually making a big tray
Yeah,
of
yeah.
broccoli, then
So
we don't do the
we
air
just-
fryer. That.
Yeah. So we'll, yeah.
How do you not have an air
I was
fryer?
gonna-
Oh no, we're the only ones left, I think. But we are downsizing. We have downsized,
Right,
and we don't
right.
have counter space now. So
Right.
it's a different
That's right.
lifestyle.
I have a whole rack for my kitchen appliances.
Yeah.
It's a pain, but I like them all for different things. All right. Well, any final remarks we want to talk about? Get ready for this. What about the challenges for this week?
What is it? The challenge for this? Oh, that we just finished.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
So you did your bike.
I did the 5,000 rowing and
Oh.
100 bike.
Oh,
That was the new
okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
The bike was a new thing, so it's
Gotcha.
5,000 plus 100.
Yeah.
Okay,
Did
nice.
100 calories in the bike.
Nice. What did you do for your?
And this doofus
burpees.
did.
I broke it up. No, it wasn't.
What? I said, what are you doing?
100 burpees.
I'm doing 100 burpees. Oh, a smart one. Yeah.
I regretted it towards the end.
Yeah.
But
Okay, I'll help sign off.
Okay.
For those of you that are watching at home, watch the video. This is a great one. But come to the meeting next time. We're going to do these on Saturday mornings. Is that right? Okay, so nobody has an excuse anymore. And the vibe and the energy face to face is awesome. So try to be one of those people next Saturday.
All right, thanks.